What's up YouTube, Jamie the Kid 00 here, back with another deck profile of Mermails. I'm sorry I've been clogging your feeds with more top tier junk, but I figured now that I've actually finished the deck, I want to do a deck profile of it before I actually start taking it to tournaments. Those of you who are subscribed to Alter Reality Games will find this video incredibly boring, because this is basically Billy Break's deck card for card at the moment, because I like to profile my decks when I start playing them, so that I can chart the evolution of them, look at how I've changed them over time, and look back on them myself. This YouTube is as much for me as it is for you guys. So, this is basically going to be a chronicle, well, this is going to be a deck profile of the build that I'm starting off with. This is the build that I really like testing at the moment. I've tested it on Dueling Network and in proxy games quite a lot, and I really like it, and I figured now that I've just about finished the deck, I felt I should profile it to you guys, let you know what I'm currently playing, and just have you guys tell me your thoughts, see what kinds of builds you prefer over this, because I mean, this might not be a very good build. So the first thing I want to just say is shout outs to my man Aaron iPad Melvin for sorting me out with my last Megalo to finish the deck. I went into the London Euston Regionals needing one Megalo and one Lind, and in my participation packs I pulled a Lind and I bought this Megalo off him. So I am all sorted with the deck for the build I want to play. So let's get right into the profile. We're going to start off with Double Abyss Megalo. Mermail Abyss Megalo, the MVP boss card of the deck. Absolutely amazing, does so many crazy things. The only quarrel I have with it is, if you don't have heavy infantry in hand, you're going to have trouble getting over big monsters. That's the one thing that makes me cry about this deck. It has trouble with big monsters, but we have ways around them, I guess. It's like Dino Rabbit, you have to find ways around it. Then we play double Mermail Abyss Lind, continuing on with the Mermails. I'm really considering going to 3 on this. Billy Break played 2 Abyss Lind, but sometimes when you draw the Abyss Lind, I've drawn 2 of these at once, and I do that quite a lot. And it just makes your Abyss Spheres really dead, and it only makes the Abyss Spheres useful for like Lauren plays, which you don't do that much. So with 2 Linds, it can make your Spheres dead. I guess a 3rd would be nice, but for a 3rd Lind, I'd want to play a 3rd Megalo. I'd play a 3rd Lind when Abyss Lead is out, I feel. Definitely be doing that. Then for the last Mermails, I play double Abyss Spike. I would never play 3, I don't think, because 3 would just get really cloggy. Then for the Atlantean part of the deck, we play 3 Atlantean Dragoons, which is your part which searches out all your free Sea Serpent pluses. It allows you to search your Megalo and your Mooling Glacier off of your Gen X Undyne plays. Crazy card. I'm then playing double Atlantean Marksman. A lot of people play 3, and I can see the attraction in 3. But this deck plays triple salvage, so I feel that you don't need 3 Marksmen in this build. You're going to be searching them out off of Divas and getting your pluses. And I don't find myself killing that many face down cards, so I mean they're good in hand, but I prefer them for Diva plays. And then I play double Heavy Infantry. Most people play 2 of this. This is just a send from hand with a bit like Abyss Spike to kill monsters during your opponent's turn, which is a really, it's a favourite move of mine. Going Abyss Sphere, getting Abyss Spike, then ditching Heavy Infantry during my opponent's turn, killing one of the guys and searching an Undyne to hand so I can make like a Moulin play next turn. It's crazy fun. Then for the non-Mermail stuff, I play 3 copies of Deep Sea Diva, because Deep Sea Diva is really cool. Deep Sea Diva facilitates some really nice plays into Gachis and into Armory Arm, Hyper Librarian. So I really like this card. I might consider cutting it to 2 in different builds, where I play 3-3-2 of the Mermail stuff instead of 2-2-2, which is what I'm currently playing. So I'd probably cut it down in those builds, but in this build, I definitely like 3. Then for like the powerhouse of the deck, I play 3 copies of Gen X Undyne. This is probably the best small monster in the deck, because it does so much searching. It +2s if you ditch Dragoons off of this. You're +2ing by searching a controller and a Sea Serpent off Dragoons, or you +2 by killing an opponent's guy and searching a controller, and it's such a good card. And with back row to protect it next turn, you can then drop controller, synchro with it for Lauren, and you can do fun plays, really fun plays. Then, contrary to what a lot of people play, I play 3 copies of Gen X Controller. A lot of people play 2. Majority of people play 2. This deck economizes on enemy controller. It uses Raigeki breaks and Allure of Darkness to attempt to profit off of these cards. Allure of Darkness, of course, giving you basically a free +1. It becomes a pot of greed, and you've already plussed off of the Undyne play anyway, so you're +2ing basically instead of +1ing, which is absolutely crazy. And then you can send it with a Raigeki Break, because in the end this was a +1 anyway. This was a free card that you added to hand. You were using Undyne for a different purpose, and this is just the kind of extra that you get along with it. So with Raigeki Break, it is just free food for the Raigeki Break, so it's a really nice card. Then I play the 1 Moulin Glacier, because you've got to play Moulin Glacier in this deck. It's insane. And then the 1 Gauze, because I feel this deck needs to play Gauze. I know it plays Abyss Spheres, but I feel that it only plays 2 continuous traps. I feel that Gauze is necessary in this deck. And Abyss Spheres will, they kill themselves after a while, so I felt that Gauze was a necessary addition to the deck, just to stop the OTK. I should probably point out this is a 41 card deck, and I'm really not sure if I want to bump it up to 42 and play Trag, or just keep it at 41 and leave it as it is. So let me know your thoughts on that. 42 with Trag, or 41 as it currently is. For the spells, I play 1 Reborn. All my hollows are in the other decks, so forgive me. 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy, 1 Allure. I need an ulti one. If you have an ulti one, you're getting rid of it. Please let me know. 1 Avarice, because Avarice is awesome. This deck doesn't actually play MSTs. I've found myself not really needing them unless they're going against Dino Rabbit, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I side into triple MST. Of course, you side them in against the macro plays, but at the moment I haven't really felt the need for that many MSTs. I play triple Salvage, because we play all those little guys, and it helps you search those divas back to hand and make fun plays off of diva. So you can add 2 divas back to hand and make your Librarian Armory Arm plays, or you can add 2 cards back to hand and then use Megalo, throwing them away to get the Megalo out. So you can just do all sorts of things with Salvage. So really decent card. That's the spell lineup. It's really simple. For the trap lineup, it's a bit different. It's a lot more than I'm used to. And I'm not really comfortable with it because, again, this is a net deck of Billy Break, and there are things I'm not comfortable with. This was just built in a rush before the event, so I'm going to make changes, of course. I played double Abyss Sphere because you only need 2 in a deck that's playing so few Mermails. And it's so searchable with Abyss Megalo, there's really no lack of consistency. Such a good card, though. Double Compulse, because Compulse is good. These 2 Phoenix Wing Blasts are actually Raigeki Breaks, but they haven't arrived yet. They're on order from Troll and Toad. So they will be Raigeki Breaks. I don't like Phoenix Wing Blast because it doesn't get rid of the problem, ultimately. It's like Compulse. Raigeki Break kills the problem outright. This doesn't, so I don't like it that much. I play double Mirror Force over the Torrential, because in this deck, I don't know, Mirror Force deals with things when they're already on board. With Torrential, it's the common clause of if you're beaten down and you're starting to lose. If your opponent doesn't summon a monster, you're just going to lose, because that Torrential's just going to sit there. Whereas this Mirror Force is a bit more reactive, so I quite like the Mirror Forces. And then the last trap I play is this Solemn Judgment, to keep the players going off. I really like Solemn Judgment in this deck. For the extra deck, it's fairly simple, I believe. I played the 1 Armory Arm for your Armory Arm Librarian combos I keep saying about. For the 5s, 1 Hyper Librarian, because he's boss, and 1 Catastor, because Catastor is an amazing card. I play 1 6, which is probably something I should change. I play 1 Dularan, because his pluses plays are so good. You can just keep bouncing stuff to hand, and such a good card. For the 7s, I play 1 Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, because the pluses it gets, the fact that it can send Atlanteans from your hand as a cost, get the Atlantean effect and blow up a card on board, it's so good. 1 Black Rose Dragon, because often I can find myself making a Black Rose play off of like a diva, blow up the field and then drop Megalo and swing direct with a Sphere set, so you can do fun things with that, so completely bombing a field with Black Rose and then getting your Megalo off, so really nice. For the 8s I play 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Scrap Dragon dealing with stuff, Stardust Dragon for protection. And then for the 1/9 I play 1 Mistworm. Mistworm is so good in this deck, it really is scarily good in this deck. If you're not playing Mistworm, you are doing something really, really wrong. For the Exceeders, I play 1 Gachi Gentetsu. I should probably be playing Daigusto Phoenix, but I really haven't been feeling it yet, so we'll see if I put it in, but I'm really not a big fan of Daigusto Phoenix at the moment. For the 3s, you play 1 Zenmaines for defensive power, and 1 Leviathan Dragon, because this card is amazing with the fact that you can detach Atlantean Marksman from underneath it, and because it was detached to activate an effect, Atlantean Marksman will get its effect, and it basically means this has a built-in MST for face downs, so it's really nice. 1 Mace Stroke, because in my opinion it is the best rank 3, it's useful in the most situations, so rank 4. And then 1 Abyss Dweller, because with Abyss Dweller you can detach your Atlantean Dragoons and get your free pluses off of that. And then I play 1 number 11 Big Eye for the double Megalo. plays. But otherwise, guys, yeah, that was my Mermail Atlantean deck profile that I'm currently testing. I'm probably going to look into getting a third Megalo or an Abyss Lead as the third boss monster. As you'll probably know, that bigger Megalo that's coming out in the next set that requires 3 water monsters to be sent rather than 2. I'm quite interested in that, and I quite like this deck at the moment. I know I decried it earlier on in the format, but I'm quite interested to see where this deck goes. I'm enjoying playing it, and I'm enjoying testing it. And for those of you who have the money and resources, I definitely recommend looking into it. But otherwise, yeah, this has been Jamie the Kid 00. Please feel free to check out this deck and check out my Facebook page for other deck profiles that you may want to vote for. I've got a picture on there of all the decks I can build, so feel free to just ask me to do a deck profile based on the images that you can see. Otherwise, yeah, that's about everything I have time for. This has been Jamie the Kid 00. It's been a long day. I hope you've enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll see you soon. Bye.